I know it's it's been a good it's a good exam season. I'm glad we've got that all over. The break is behind us. I know we're starting slightly later than the announcement said, but that was just because I understand it was also an earlier time. So just trying to give time for everybody to get in. I also know again, some of you still have exams, so those of you who do that, who do have still have exams and are studying, thank you for showing up. And to those of you that are done, again, congrats. So let me look really quickly at the itinerary. So we're going to start off, it's going to be like most ceremonies. We're going to do ranker, medals, everything. I have some appointments from HHG, the Household Guard. They've got some big stuff coming, I believe. And then we do have a few senior medal officer things. And then I'm sure Ruel wants to LARP as well at the end. I know he's got a lot to say. Obviously, 5 years is a big accomplishment, regardless of the numbers. So we're going to start off with the photo medal. This will go a lot like last time in the sense of, in order to save time, I'm going to read all the names at once. I will do my best to denote clasps. However, we won't do like individual class. So if it's like Army Silver Medal, we'll do like Army Silver Medal, like the first class, second class, third class, whatever, all at once, just to make sure that we're saving time. So to begin with the photo medals, these are awarded to people who are, creating those really good propaganda pictures, whether they're GFXs, whether they're videos. I know we've had a few of those recently pop out. This is just in recognition of all your outstanding work. So could I please get Lance Sergeant Gyro's girl, I think that is, Regimental Sergeant Major Ear-Splitting Ben, Sergeant Major maybe Justino, Ensign maybe CGAV, Corporal the One Crazy Irish Guy, Sergeant the Coldstream, Sergeant Major Cavs 704, Corporal Dungy, Fencible Waffle Builder 90, and then those were all the third class. So that's everyone receiving the third class. The way the photo medal works, it goes backwards, I think. Receiving the second class, I have Ensign Peckerrock Buff, Major Sander, and Ensign Hound von Surrey. And then receiving the first class, I have Lance Sergeant Vaudrise, Lieutenant H. Parso, Captain Raptor, and Captain Raptor is listed twice for some reason, but Captain Raptor. And yeah, when you guys hear your name call, you can just come up and form two lines, however you guys best see fit. Well done, gentlemen. Keep taking those photos. Obviously, with the Andor campaign canceled, we did lose an opportunity to make some really, really good edits. But overall, really, really good job. Keep up the great work. Let's get a chant for these gentlemen on 3, 3, 2, 1. God save the king. And you guys are free to return to your ranks. Okay, so I'm going to do my best to say all your names right. We're getting on to the Army Combat Medal next. This is obviously awarded to those, the fraggers, the killers. Speaking of which, fraggers and killers, after this battle, we have the Coalition Elite Fight. So make sure to stick around for that. I know ceremonies can sometimes be a little bit LARPy, but you guys got good. I mean, you guys are good. Just put on, like, I don't know, what are you guys doing these days? Like, put Subway Surfers on underneath? Do something. Watch a movie while you wait. But for the Army Combat Medal, this is awarded to the fraggers, killers of the Army. You guys have done an absolutely fantastic job. Without you guys, obviously, would not have crushed Andor by 6K in that first campaign battle. So really, really well done, and I'm excited for the Coalition War today. So could I please get receiving the third clasp of the Army Combat Medal, Corporal Tisk Lyko, I think that is. And then second clasp receiving the Army Combat Medal is Major Vrek, Sergeant Major Cold War, and Lance Sergeant C Dank Biggest Fan, I think that is. And then first clasp, I'm going to do my best, guys, again, not to butcher your names. I'm going to do my best not to take too long on another. I have Sergeant XX Finland, Sergeant Bottle 5551, Color Sergeant Mr. Barrio. I don't have a rank for this guy, but Worst Alpha 675, Sergeant Major E673 AAA, Corporal Great Thinking, Corporal the Chicken Imperia, Sergeant Major Preston, Highlander Jack, and Sergeant Plains. By the way, I am leaving out some of the numbers at the end of your names just because you guys have so many. It's like a number span. It's like you just hit your keyboard. I don't understand. Too much work to read all the numbers. I'm on break. And then finally receiving no clasp of the Army Combat Medal, can I please have Fencible Wirtz, Color Sergeant McDaniel 221, Corporal THTHTH, Corporal Lil Zach Boy, Color Sergeant Diamond Mark Dragon, Lance Corporal Sasha Kingsman, Error Message, Kingsman It's Denelson, Lance Corporal Gumble Jumble, Corporal Scotland Long Live, Corporal Spontaneous Lad, Sergeant Craig Drips, Private Alsac Studios, Fencible Mega Cake, Corporal George Bush Gaming, Kingsman Mr. OPs, Lance Corporal the Irish Ranger, Private the Guardian Clarion, Lance Corporal Yo Hamas 999, holy moly, Kingsman Fra 009 Pro, Guardsman Puddle 1337, Guardsman Cokemeister, Guardsman Crushmouth, and Corporal 15K Blake. And then wait, there's more. There's more. I just gotta scroll to the next page. Lance Corporal Double Compete 02, Lance Corporal Sinister Ducky, Lance Corporal Chief Puppet, Lance Corporal Bob Number Spam, Corporal Last Sorcier, I don't know how to say that, Guardsman Carabinizer, Guardsman Rose Throw, Lance Corporal Zag IMC, Guardsman Panclaras, Guardsman Sibo Odebrecht, whatever the decaf family name is, Lance Corporal Redstone, Guardsman Mr. Luca, Guardsman Rick, Guardsman Villain Goons, Corporal DYJ2233, Lance Corporal Murar Die, Ensign Cooper, Lance Sergeant Hack in Progress, Corporal Exotic Hunter, Fencible Shackrak, Ensign Hound Von Surrey, Sergeant Major Plaint Kalinius, Kingsman V6_05, Fencible Not Short, Lance Corporal Tian.1324, and Kingsman Colonel Tex or Cole Tex. I think that's everyone. I think I got everyone. Congratulations, gentlemen, on the Army Combat Medal. Obviously, it's, you know, this one is one that's earned for sure. It's not just handed out to those who, you know, show up to battles. I think this is for, you know, getting 50, 60, 70 kills consistently in your regiment, carrying your regiment, being like the elites, being the ones that the rest of the rankers can look up to help carry you guys through those hard battles. So well done, gentlemen. Let's get a chant for these gents on 3. 3, 2, 1. God save the king. And you guys are free to return to line. Congratulations. Okay, next up we have the silver medal. This is, like I said, these are going to be the longest like lists of medals, just these opening medals. So I'm going to do my best again to go through them as quickly as possible and not butcher your names. And I did not get a cup of water before this started. So we might be cooked. We might be cooked. Anyways, receiving the second silver medal, second class, I have Color Sergeant Union Conscript. Receiving the first class, I have Ensign Mr. Derps, Sergeant Major Cones Odebrecht, Captain Yingji, Lieutenant Natkoy, Lieutenant Kapowski, Color Sergeant Probulus 101, and Sergeant Major Preston 28105. And then receiving no clasp, let me get the list pulled up so I can see it all in one go. I have Sergeant XX Finland, Sergeant Major Big Shockwave 99, Sergeant Alex Fis. Dude, your names, I can't say these. King Alex Cepheus, there we go. Kingsman Cat HK, Kingsman Miziohab 1995, Sergeant Bin Bows, Corporal Shiori Haku, Corporal Overjay, Sergeant Bad Boy Corey, Ensign Ender 97, Color Sergeant Mirko, Sergeant Taz Blinks, Corporal Icarus, Corporal Connor M5, Sergeant that's Lane Sergeant Dragon Man Pay 1, Kingsman Oscar Tom Manic, Lance Corporal the Irish Ranger 27, Sergeant CT Mousa, so I'm gonna say that. Lance Corporal Oso, number span brother. Lance Corporal Joachim SRT, Sergeant Maximus Helbrecht, I lost my spot now. Corporal Jerry 684, Corporal Victimizer Die, Sergeant Lane or Die, Corporal Villanova, Lance Corporal Historical or Die, Guardsman Pancake Man 6K, Guardsman Area 15, Corporal Koshi Fox, Lance Corporal Coat R Marlinius, Lance Corporal Alet All Tall Mall or All Tall Maltall. All Tall Maltall is how I'm gonna say that. Sergeant Major Master Vader, Fencible HMXNP, Lance Corporal Vince Eddie 1, Sergeant Niraz, I think that is, Kingsman Captain Alep, Sergeant Engineer, the Engineer, and then Lance Corporal Isertrix. I think that's, again, everybody. Again, a long list. Congratulations, though. Sorry if I butchered your name. I'm like, seriously sorry. We'll also have that dispatch posted for you guys. Again, the last one was pretty much on time, so you guys will be able to see, just in case I'm mispronouncing your names, you don't hear your name or whatever. But well done, gentlemen. Receiving the Army Silver Medal, you know, that's a big thing. You're starting to step up in staff work. You're starting to take responsibilities. It might be junior responsibilities. It might be, for some of you, it might be like receiving the second one because you're continuing to step up. But this is sort of the first medal and, like, you know, starting to progress to the gold medal, to a military order. It sets you apart from the others. So well done. Keep doing your good work. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys continue to progress as staff. We can always use, you know, it's summertime. As BA continues to grow, we're going to need more staff to help support it. So I'm looking forward to working with you guys. Let's get a chant for these gents on 3. 3, 2, 1, Rule Britannia. And you guys are good to return to line. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Next up, we have the Army Gold Medal. So, as I was just saying, after the Army Silver Medal, you can upgrade to the Army Gold Medal. This is awarded either to more senior staff, maybe to some senior fraggers and rankers, and some junior staff who have done a really good job recently. Just stepping up again within the regiment, taking care of administrative duties, starting to like flag bear, starting to lead occasionally during the week. These people are like starting to I did not see that notification, but whatever. So these are the people that you want to start looking up to if you're a junior ranker, a junior staff member. They're going to be able to help mentor you and push you forward. Receiving the Army Gold Medal, 3rd class. Can I have Lieutenant Wordallers? He's been a staple officer in the 95th. I know he's been doing a lot of work there. I've seen him busy as always every day. And then receiving the 2nd class, Regimental Sergeant Major Artiscow, 1521 from 23rd. Another person I see doing a lot of admin work, always sending the announcements and everything, really upstanding individual. And then for the 1st class of the gold medal, I have Sergeant Major Matt, Regimental Sergeant Major Kaput von Ludwig. I've seen him doing a lot in household. Regimental Sergeant Major Easy Phobic, that's the name I've heard passed up a few times. And then finally, receiving the no class. There are reasons listed for all your gold medals, or at least for some of you. I'm going to do my best to summarize those as I go through, just to make sure you guys are getting the due recognition. Sergeant Klupp, 1002. He's a model ranker. Looks like he's always doing very, very good stuff. Sergeant Major BM KI _44. Another 95th veteran. 95th. Obviously, you guys have been absolutely killing it with 2 lines. So it's good to see you guys recognizing people. Sergeant Major Diamond Mark Dragon. I know he's been stepping up in RSG, taking on admin duties, helping out Yingji and the rest, and Kapowski. I have Sergeant Major A-Bags 01 and Sergeant Bloody Fest 301. A reason wasn't given for that. Those medals, but if I can imagine, you guys are stepping up, continue to do well. I have Corporal the Chicken Imperia. He's been extremely active. I've seen him around. Sergeant Major Fizzy Mittens. I've also seen him around doing good work in the flag departments of his regiment. Sergeant Major Grade 4092. He's done a good job in 88th. He's becoming one of the better flag bearers that whenever I'm field commanding, I can be like, oh, okay, 88th's not going to sell their flag today. It's good to see that. Sergeant Major Maybe Justino. He's a veteran of 88th. I've also seen him around. That name has gone around a few times. Then I have this is from household. I have Sergeant Laner Dye, Corporal Iraqi Hero, Sergeant Coldstream, Guardsman Av Konko, Sergeant Angel Myers 08, Sergeant Major Tristan FL, Sergeant Major Flea 1357, and Color Sergeant Jackson 20, and Sergeant Plains 123. I think that was a mix of household and a few other regiments. All the reasons for these were very much the same. Lots of excellent fraggers, people, veterans, and household guard. You guys have really grown a lot. And additionally, those at the end, your regiments. It looks like you guys have been doing good. There wasn't any reasons listed there. And then for Ensign XX Monster, I recognize that name from the SAO. I've seen him around. He's doing some good shit. Sergeant Shield 4545 has been doing a good job with the flag department in the SAO if he's here. I've seen him really stepping up. And then I have a few more. Regimental Sergeant Major Ear Splitting Ben, Regimental Sergeant Major Krishi von Suri, and Regimental Sergeant Major Zoe the Dragon. I do know all Regimental Sergeant Majors are receiving the Army Gold Medal, whether it's your 1st class or second class, or the first time you're getting it. You guys continue to carry the admin. A lot of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes is impossible without y'all. So well done. I know Space has spoken highly of all of you, so this is definitely well deserved. Let's get a chant for these gentlemen on 3, and 3, 2, 1 for King and Country. And you guys are good to return to your ranks. Okay. Next up, we have I need water. You rule. You're supposed to. It was just for you to say whatever you want to say. Reflect or whatever. So we're gonna do regimental decorations now. I really need water. I'm gonna do 2 regiments at a time. I'm gonna try to merge regiments together. I need water medal. We'll make that happen. We'll make that happen. So can I get? We'll do 23rd and 95th first. Since they're first on my list. Can I, from 23rd, receiving the Royal Welsh Award? Sergeant Major Drudels, Captain Avalon, I say it both ways. Sergeant Bloody Fest, Lance Sergeant October, Sergeant Potatering Ninja, and Corporal Plier Throne. And then from 95th, receiving the Chosen Few, I have Sergeant Major Lasaius, aka Pinseer. I have Lance Corporal Lucas Fan, Lance Corporal Killier, or Couch, I think 356, Lance Sergeant Vaudrais, and Corporal Patchett is. Well done, gentlemen. Obviously, these regimental decorations are very personalized. Each one is different, and they exist to recognize those within the regiment that are key people. Whether you're a great part of the community, whether you're a key staff member, and this goes for all of them, by the way. You guys have been recognized by your CEOs as being integral to the regiment. So really, really well done. Let's get a chant for these gents on 3. And 3, 2, 1, God Save the King. And you guys are good to return to line. Next, I will do. I don't think. Yeah. Did you add Sander? Sander. I did that on purpose. Sander. Did you add the Gray's honor, or did I just miss it? Okay, there's no Gray's honor. Let me get those medals for the Gray's honor, but we'll keep going. I have the Scottish Pride and the Devil's Decoration, so 42nd and the 88th. From the 42nd, I have Ensign Belgium for Life, Sergeant Bad Boy Core, and Corporal Alex, receiving the Scottish Pride. And then from the 88th, I have Corporal Icarus Paradox. I have Lance Corporal Yo Hamaz, not Hamas, Hamaz, Corporal George Bush Gaming, and Lance Sergeant Ferris Gaming as well. I know I got a few DMs about that. Oh, there was no Gray's honors listed. Okay. Congratulations, gentlemen. Well done. Sorry, I'm trying to find the medals. Let's get a chant for these gentlemen on 3. In 3, 2, 1, Rule Britannia. Keep doing well. I recognize a lot of the names on this list. You guys are free to return to ranks, but I recognize a lot of your names. I've heard, your CEOs talking about you, so keep up the good work. It's good to see you guys getting rewarded. Next up, I'm just going to do, we have the last 2 regiments. Can I please get for the household decoration, there's quite a few of these, Sergeant Girk's Vets, Corporal Victimize or Die, Sergeant Lane or Die, Corporal Villanova, Sergeant Coldstream, Lance Corporal Joshim SRT, Sergeant Jerome Avant, Corporal Aaron Boy 16, Sergeant Major Tristan Finn L, and Guardsman Puddle 1337. And then from the SAO, receiving the orange and SAO decoration. That one looks really cool, by the way. Sergeant Blood Exier, Ensign Relockman, Color Sergeant GTM's Gamer G, and Sergeant Major Cheeky Chess. Well done, gentlemen. Well done. Household Guard, a lot of the same names I'm seeing pop up. I know you guys have really pushed on your recent staff trying to move people up, and it's good to see that they're being rewarded, that you guys are actually stepping up and doing quite well in your roles. And from the South, Relicman, Cheeky Chess, GTM, I've seen your names pop up on the rosters and everything. Bucket has spoken highly of y'all. So really, really well done. Really well deserved. Let's get a chant for these guys on 3, 2, 1, huzzah. And you guys are good to return to ranks. Next up we have, the military orders for the rankers. I'm going to do my best to go through these as quickly as possible. Again, for these ones, we also give reasonings as to why people are being earned everything, or is being given. So I will do my best to summarize that. And we'll also do multiple medals at once. So first we'll do the Medal of Virtue. This is one of my favorites. I know this is one of Rule's favorites as well. The Medal of Virtue is given to the I need water. To those who do outstanding community work within the regiment, hosting game nights, keeping the community alive, keeping morale high. These people are very, very integral to keeping the regiment together in a sense. They're like the person you think of when you think of a regiment. Like if I think of Household Guard, obviously I think of Harry as he's the CEO, but this is sort of the ranker version. So receiving the Medal of Virtue, can I get Sergeant Major Craig Drips and Lieutenant Chicken Donkey Dog? Both names, I know you guys have been around, Chicken and 70th as well, doing a lot of work. And then finally, the next medal we'll do is the Military Cross. This is awarded to those who are either super fraggers, you're dropping 100 kills, 90 kills every battle, and or to, line commanders who are really starting to step up during battles, whether weekly or weekend, just starting to show a lot of skill. So can I please get, for the Military Cross, Lieutenant Kapowski, Sergeant Affix or Die, and Sergeant Major Aaron. Sergeant Major Aaron and Sergeant Affix, I've seen them around in Household Guard. They're serious fraggers, actually serious fraggers. It's scary. I don't understand how you guys get so good at this game, but that's really impressive. And then Kapowski, I've seen you, obviously recently promoted in RSG. You've done really, really well done. I don't know if you are. You've done well with leading RSG during the weekdays. So can I get a chant for these gentlemen on 3? In 3, 2, 1, huzzah. And you guys are good to return to ranks. Keep up the great work. Next up, we have the Order of Honor. This is given to those for outstanding administrative work, carrying the regiment admin on their back. Could I please have Regimental Sergeant Major Lichfire Ice King? This guy's in the SAO. This guy's been here forever. I don't understand. I don't know if he's here today, but he's been around forever.
He's not here. No.
He's a disappointment. Here I was about to glaze him, and he doesn't even show up. We're going to move on. Regimental Sergeant Major Easy Phobuk. There's somebody. He's been doing really good in 88th. I know Jeffrey has spoken very, very high of him. Ensign Cooper from the 70th. Obviously one of the few officers they have, but who has done an outstanding job. I understand you've got some stuff coming up, but I want to recognize you anyway. You've done a really, really well done. And 70th would not be where it is right now without you. Then next up, finally, for the military orders, we have the Distinguished Service Order. This is given to those who just all in all encompass the core values of the British Army. Those who like all around great people, great fraggers, great leaders, just for outstanding work. So, can I please have? Oh, there we go. Sergeant Major Big Boy Trades. He's done a really outstanding job with just leading in the 23rd effort for 2 lines. Obviously, as of recently, you guys have seen 23rd's been rallying 2 lines. They're doing absolutely fantastic. It's really good to see. It wouldn't be possible without him. Lieutenant Nat Corey from RSG. I know he's been the adjutant there and a veteran for the longest time. Huge fragger with like 100+ kills. So really well done to him. Lieutenant Colonel Mario Ulysses. This is actually going to also complete your grand military order, so congratulations. But Mario has been around here since the start. He had some ups and downs at the start, but he's pulled it together. He's done an absolutely fantastic line, leading their Fusiliers as of recently, and 95th has continued to run 2 lines, and much of it would not have been possible without Mario's contributions to 95th, so this is definitely well deserved. Lieutenant H. Parso from 95th as well has been the backbone of 95th administration. Again, outstanding work, great job. 95th, 2 lines would not be possible without you. Is Mario here today? I saw him earlier. Is he just AFK? Oh my gosh, I glaze people. They don't show up. Why do we have staff? Anyways, Sergeant Major Jaws McCaffrey, Household Guard. I've seen that name pop up so many times. He's been here so long. I don't know if he's here today, but he's receiving the DSO. Solid fragger, really strong in the community. It's great to see. And finally, Color Sergeant Vortex X6 from the SAO has been here forever, since like the days of the 56th and whatnot, and he's done a really well done job. So let's congratulations, gentlemen. These medals will be added to all rankers. These medals will be added to your profiles very soon, hopefully by the end of next week at the very latest. Let's get a chant for them on 3 and 3, 2, 1. Hurrah for Old Nosy. And you guys are good to return to ranks. Okay. Next up is something a little bit unusual. We're gonna, as of recently, I don't know if you guys have been watching. I'm sure you have seen like the posts and the for King and Country. Household Guard has been pushing numbers quite a bit, and as of today, unless they want to tell me otherwise, they're opening the Coldstream Grenadiers. So obviously, you know, there's Scots Guard, Coldstream Guards, and then Grenadier Guards. Grenadier Guards has traditionally always been the top echelon. However, now we're opening a second quote-unquote elite echelon. They're going to be obviously a spec line. It's the elites of the Coldstream Guard, and I have their Grenadier drafts here today. So if you hear your name, you're free to come forward and be recognized. I do believe CSG Grands also have their own unique uniform, so make sure to get those added. So those being drafted into the Coldstream Grenadiers, here's the list. Lane or Die, Shorty Penguin, Gregory Kingsbury, Jerome Avant, Joshim SRT, Zoe the Destroyer, Durag, Toolsack, Affix or Die, Coldstream, Scarvolin, the Phase Tank, the Old Gen Ghostface, Iraqi Hero, Victimize or Die, 15K Blake, Villanova, Historical or Die, Kokemeister, Puddle 1337, Zag IMC 187, Krumloff, I think that is, Great Shark 7120, Roast Throne, and Untitled Boyo. Congratulations, gentlemen. I know this has been something that has been coming a long time coming. You guys have worked very hard. I think you guys already have your Coldstream Grenadier uniforms on, from what I can tell. But absolutely fantastic job. It's really good. Rhetoricin and Harry, guys, you've turned Household into a monster. The rest of the genre is obviously afraid to fight you. I don't know if you guys, for the rest of the army, it's been hard to schedule because nobody wants to fight us. So really well done. And I'm looking forward to seeing how your line performs today at the Coalition Elites fight. Well done. Let's get a chant for these gentlemen on 3 and 3, 2, 1. God save the king. And you guys are free to return to line. And I'll do this one. He deserves it. Grenadier Guard drafts, we just have one, but someone being moved up from the Coldstream Guard to the Grenadier Guard, obviously the highest echelon. I have Seismo, or Simso, is how you say his name. He will be receiving his Grenadier Guard uniform. Is he here today, Simso? Or whatever. S-I-E. Yeah, I-M-S-O. No, is he here? If not, he's being drafted to the Grenadier Guard, so congratulations to him. Sorry he couldn't make it. Okay. Whew. I gotta find water, but this is fine. I gotta watch the time. Okay, next up, we're gonna move on to all the officer promotions. There's a lot. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to move through these as quickly as possible. It's 226. Let me do the math in my head. No, we can do this. Yeah, we're gonna do all the promotions, most of them together, and then we're gonna move on to senior officer medals, some other appointments, and then we'll let Rule take the stage. So, first off, I have promotions to Ensign. We have quite a few. Can I please have Joodle step forward? Gone Canada, Fizzy Mittens, a Big Bad Xmas, Lysaeus Pinsir, Preston, 28105, Big Shockwave 99, Ekic HB, E673 AAA, Toolsack, and Planes 123. Planes 123, you're being promoted to Regimental Sergeant Major, but you can come up with these guys as well.
Woo.
Congratulations. Yes, gentlemen now is what I should be saying. Gentlemen, you guys are officially officers. Obviously, as ensigns, you're still a junior officer. You're being tested for your abilities, for your experiences. But I have no doubt that you guys will continue to succeed and to continue to climb the ranks. All these names, all your names I recognize. I've seen you guys leading during the weekdays. I've seen you on audits. Your staff are very proud of you, and so are we. So congratulations. Let's get a chant for these gentlemen on three. In 3, 2, 1, hurrah for old Nosy. And you guys are good to return to ranks. Next up, we're going to do captain and lieutenants together. And I will also be doing some COs in here as well, just for the sake of time. Can I please get being promoted to lieutenant? Patet Prime, Pekka Rockbuff, Monster, Crassus, the CO of 70th, has proven himself. I don't know if he wants me to share this, but I'll say it anyway. He skipped work today to be here. So if anything, he's deserving. He's most certainly deserving of this promotion to lieutenant. And those are the lieutenant promotions. Those being promoted to captain, I have Rubik's. I don't know if I agree with that one. Rhetoricin, you might want to check in on that. Kapowski, H. Parso, Word Dollars, Fella Baseball, Ronald, Winter Devs. Obviously, he's been stepping up a lot in 42nd. It's back at captain again. I don't know about this one. And then we have Frankie, who I don't believe he's here with us today either. But Frankie is also being promoted to captain, he's taking over as the CO of 42nd and has done a great job with Winter Devs. Winter Devs has honestly been Major General, whatever I made him that one time. So congratulations, gentlemen. I'm sure you guys are going to continue to do very, very well. I was joking. Trust me. I trust you guys with your new ranks. I believe you guys will continue to do well, and I'm looking forward to it. Let's get a chant for them on 3. 3, 2, 1, huzzah. You guys are free to return to ranks. Next up, I have the senior officer promotions. So these are going to be to major, lieutenant colonel, and colonel. We'll do majors and lieutenant colonels together, and then we'll do colonels at last. And Crassus, you are good. I know you're not at work, but go back. Being promoted to major, I have Tarheel, or Primus, however you say that last part. Tarheel, the commander of Scots Guard, has been a captain, has been an absolutely fantastic member of, or Primus Herbeck, however you say that. He's been a fantastic member of the Household Guard command staff. He's really great to help, work with in field command, to work with in battles. It's really a pleasure to work with him. And then James Von Surrey from the SAL. I talked with Bucket. I don't know if you're here today, but this is definitely a long-earned promotion. You've continued to be a star in the SAL. Then being promoted to Lieutenant Colonel today. Icky Dragonfly is not here. However, he's the commanding officer of 95th, has done a great job. Definitely a fitting promotion. He was late today. I don't know how I feel about this, but Northern Invicta from 23rd. Congratulations on being promoted to Lieutenant Colonel. Don't be late to your own ceremony, buddy. From Household Guard, I have Rhetoricin. He's again leading CSG Grens and has continued to be such a key player in the expansion of the Household Guard. Well deserved. I have Vrek from RSG being promoted. I do understand he's on LOA. Not sure if he can make it today. It's well with RSG. And I have Sander and Whipgear also being promoted to Lieutenant Colonel. I know that's a little bit unheard of AIDS being promoted to Lieutenant Colonel. However, I feel like both of these, Sander is a long-term veteran, is someone who's been here forever, a big part of the community. And Whipgear does his work. I know he does. So, congratulations, gentlemen, on your promotions. I'm sure we're going to continue to see you guys rise up the ranks. Colonel is just one step away. Absolutely well done. So let's get a chant for them on 3. 3, 2, 1. God save the king. And you guys are good to return to line. Finally, for colonel promotions, we have 2 today. Can I please have scroll? Bucket and Mahoney step forward. I don't know if Mahoney's here. Actually, Mahoney might not be here. I think Mahoney's on vacation. But Bucket, I know you're here, dude. I know it's Bucket. You've been here since 56th. I remember seeing you around. Absolutely fantastic job you've done with Miss Al. I know it's been hard recently, obviously with exams and everything. But obviously you are one of our longest serving officers, at least in the senior officer corps. It's good to see you continue to stay committed, to stay devoted, and I'm really looking forward to the summer and being able to work with you. And then Mahoney, obviously, I don't know if you know this, he's done a good job I know he had some rough starts with the NA scheduling, but I think it's gotten better. So obviously, as he continues to manage the NA time zone, I'm going to keep passing that more responsibilities onto him, and he's going to need that rank as a colonel to continue to do that. So congratulations! Let's get a chant for them on 3, 3, 2, 1, Rule Britannia. And you guys are free to return to ranks. And then finally, I have some senior officer medals. So I'm just going to do these all together, just for the sake of time. Obviously, Mario, you just received your Grand Military Order. Congratulations again. Receiving the Distinguished Service Order. Rhetoricin, originally, I was like, well, he's been promoted to Lieutenant Colonel, but the work you've done with Household Guard is something that is worthy of recognition and the highest praise. So this is definitely a well-deserved. Like, Household Guard would not be where it is today without your help. Tar Heel as well. You can come back up with Scots Guard. Again, it's good to see you beating all the other Foos lines. I know Scots Guard can sometimes be like, it's quote-unquote Foos stacked or full of recruits and whatever. You guys, no matter what, you seem to do well. You communicate in team speak. You're a great person to command with, and I know the other COs appreciate that. Then, can I please have Lobaka step forward? 3rd Brigade has gone through its ups and downs, but you have continued to be a stabilizing force. I understand you also had some rough patches when you first came in, but you've really ironed that out. You're definitely dedicated to helping teach our junior staff how to lead, how to just field sense and everything, and you've done a great job with those debriefs. And I truly appreciate your passion and your commitment to be. I know I haven't said it enough, but it's not gone unnoticed, and this is long overdue. So congratulations. Dragon Hunter from 42nd, you're also receiving the Order of Honor. Frankie called you out specifically. I went through all the COs and asked just if there were any extra staff, that they felt that deserved to be recognized. And you were the first person that came to mind. So really, really well done there. Keep up the great work. And then receiving Army Gold Medal First Class. Call this. You guys got promotions and whatever, but I was like, well, here's your participation medal, if you will. But you guys have really done well. Patet receiving the Army Gold Medal First Class. Northern receiving the Army Gold Medal First Class. The Game Tie from 42nd, HRT Chloe. Frankie, you're receiving a second clasp. Dude, you have like every freaking medal. I don't know what to give you. And Space as well. You'll receive the second class or third class for whatever class it is you have. But thank you for leading as well with all the RSMs. You've done an absolutely fantastic job, Space. That is all the senior medals. Let's get a chant for these gents on 3. 3, 2, 1. God save the king. You guys are good to return to ranks. Thank you guys for everything you do. I know I don't say it enough. And to you, the rankers as well. I don't say it enough. I don't say thank you enough. So for that, I apologize. Okay, I just have some quick appointments before I hand it off to Rule, our glorious king. First off, obviously, if you guys are unaware, I will recently be... I forget. Oh, sorry. I'm just reading all these. Whatever. I've been busy with... I've got some just work stuff coming up. So in my absence, we need someone to help manage the division, help with scheduling across both brigades. Obviously, I trust Patet. I trust Lobaka. I trust this individual, but, elevating him just a little bit more to give him that extra authority and to give him the recognition for everything that he's done. Jeffrey, congratulations. You're being appointed as the Division Executive Officer. And in a different move, what I'm doing is, obviously we have the General Staff, but the Army Board has sort of been forgotten, and I'd like to bring the Army Board back to include Division Executives. So as Jeffrey continues to move up in First Division, we're going to also appoint him to the Army Board today, as he continues to lead the division in my absence. So congratulations, Jeffrey. Next up, Harry as well. Many of the other nations do this, and I think it's only fitting. The Guard commanders are typically always on the highest level. The Guard Corps commanders are always on the highest level. And so as that as well being said, you're also being elevated to the Army Board. You've been here for an incredibly long time. You've worked through your highs and your lows, but you've dedicated and you've proven that you're committed to BA. And so it's good to see that, and obviously we want to reward that. I want to involve you on more senior discussions. You represent all of Household Guard, which is 80-man rally. That's a good portion of our rally, so it's only fitting that you sit on the Army Board. And then Lobaka, you're being elevated to the General Staff. Obviously, as Jeffrey steps up within the division, I need someone to step up within 3rd Brigade to continue to be that stabilizing force for the junior staff. And so it's only fitting that you step up into the General Staff. That being said, those are all my senior officer appointments. Let's get a chant for them on 3. 3, 2, 1. God save the king. Congratulations. I'm looking forward to working with you. More specifics will come out in terms of like your specific roles and everything. But as of right now, that is, I think this is best for the British Army to continue to move forward with a new sort of Army Board, new faces. So you guys are free to return to ranks. For my aides, for people in charge of scheduling, just let them know that we're getting ready to conclude here. So if you guys could get servers started to set a frequency here and just get ready to move lines, but not yet. With that, I'm gonna hand it off to Rule, who has a few things to say and a few other things to hand out
Hey
if he's
guys,
here.
it's been a
Hello, King.
while.
Hello.
It's
Oh,
that time of the year as well. Our anniversary. This is our 5th year together. Um, it's my time to pop in from time to time for my shadows and say hi to you all. There's some more things to give to people, and I'm very happy to hand these out. So first of all, can I have Idea Center step forward, please?
those are for Asia.
Oh,
This
I
is
mean
EU.
Afro.
Sorry.
I meant Afro. Sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. 5 years, guys. It's been a while. Oh yeah. And also Jeffrey, step forward, please. Both of you guys have been amazing. Jeffrey, you need to do some more work on your CK free game. But other than that, I want to congratulate you both on your new nobility title. You're now barons, proud barons of the United Kingdom. Let's get a chant going, guys, on three. 1, 2, 3, chant. Let's go. All right, fall back in. And I want KJ to do this one.
Okay, yeah, I can do this one. Cole, please step forward. It's been
Literally what though?
You're being
Okay.
promoted to general. You're taking over the army. It's
Oh,
over.
finally.
It's over. Done.
I can
No, I want to do
retire.
this one because I'll be honest.
Oh,
I know
what do you
I
want
haven't
then?
been thankful enough for everything you do. I annoy you a lot. I know. I send you constant DMs. Like, I know you don't always agree with everything I do in BA either. But know that your opinion is one of the opinions I hold and value the most here at BA. I would say that your opinion. I would say I value your opinion more than rules, but I can't say
Oh,
that
yeah,
publicly
bro,
because
yeah,
being
yeah.
promoted to rule. But you're second to rule, like second in my heart. And this is only a small gift of gratitude, a small thing of thanks. Obviously, there's just so much you do for BA. All these you and Afru with all these new uniforms. Obviously representing us on the genre stage in terms of genre administration. You've continued to just shine and show the rest of the genre what BA is too, and what our senior staff are capable of. So. It is only fitting that I know you're attached to your title, Earl of Uxbridge. However, I think it is fitting that we finally upgrade you to our Marquis. Marquis of what? Just let me know. Same with you, Jeffrey and Afru. Let me know what fiefdoms or baronhoods or whatever you call it. I'm not British. Whatever you guys call it. Just let me know and we can make it happen. But it is fitting that you should be upgraded to Marquis. It has been a long time coming. So thank you for everything you do. Let's get a chant for him on 3. And 3, 2, 1. Hurrah for Onozi.
Yippee! Congrats, Cole.
You've stripped me of my title. I hope you know
Yes,
I'm
I
deeply
have.
upset with this.
Well, you can retain it. I heard that back in the
That's
day, like
not.
you could have 2 titles. Like, they were like the Marquis of something, the Earl of something, because like the subsequent titles or whatever. I don't know.
What was
But yeah,
fucking Wellington was something? Wasn't he like the first Viscount of Wellington as
So-
well as like the Marquis of something? I remember.
something like that. Rule, did you have any final comments? I know this is obviously.
Yes, my last 2 final comments was that I'm gonna accompany the household guards and bless their bearskins for their future battles. And the second thing is that I just want to reflect here for a second that 5 years is a hell of a long time, and I only really recognize a couple of people who have been here since the beginning, and I want to give some I don't know, some love to. Even though they've taken pauses from the British Army, I remember Conspiracy or Die was actually here since 2020. He took a large break from 2022 until now, but Conspiracy was one of our core members in NBA at the beginning, which is really cool to see him back, even though yeah, I'm not gonna say it. And also, Rhetoricon is a genre veteran who Did not join me at the start, but he's here now, and I'm very happy to see him here. And generally, it's just wild that 5 years have passed and we're still a thing. I was 60. That this happened, and I'm grateful to all the HiCom, and I'm grateful to all of you guys. So thank you.
All right, I know you guys are eager. I'm sorry. That concludes today's ceremony. A dispatch will be posted within the next few, hopefully by the end of next week. Good luck at your battles today. I will be going to the Coalition Elite fight with our Coalition Elites. So Grenadier Guard and Coldstream Grenadiers, make sure you're ready. Everyone else, get ready to be sent to your servers. You guys are free to return to your